Are you totally fed up with diets that never seem to work and exercise routines that only leave you aching? It's time to stop the frustration and start making some progress. So stick around as I spill the beans on 3 crucial things that no one talks about but can totally change your weight loss game. Hey there, what's up my friend? If you're new to my channel, I'm Ashvi, a doctor, nutritionist and master chef. On this channel, we go really deep to discover the root causes of illnesses and weight gain, to offer you solutions that are safe, permanent, and more often than not free. So stay tuned as we embark on this wild journey to health together. Today's video is all about something that's become quite trendy, and that's mindful eating. You know what? Something about me, full disclosure, I don't like trends. I don't like it when things become trendy when they've actually been around for centuries and decades. And mindful eating is one of those. And that's because we always used to pay attention to food and nutrition. It wasn't this thing that it is nowadays, I feel. Something quick, convenient, cheap, and yeah, that's it really. I would say the majority of people that I meet, that is their view on food and nutrition and cooking. It's the minority, unfortunately, who give nutrition and cooking and eating the importance and love that it necessitates. If you go on the NHS website, they have this article where it says, you know, smell your food and take your time as you put each bite into your mouth, savor it and taste it. And yeah, these are important, but what about all the other million things that actually are involved in mindful eating? So, which by the way, if you look at any traditional culture, again, they didn't call it mindful eating, but they were practicing mindful eating. So I'm going to kind of break it down into 3 stages so you can really understand what the hell I'm going on about, and you can start incorporating some of these things yourself. The first stage of mindful eating is the prep stage, is the pre kind of cooking stage. And that involves things like being organized, giving it some time and planning stuff. So eat seasonally, okay? If you're in a British winter, eat your root vegetables, eat beef. If you're in a British summer, eat seafood, eat strawberries and Jersey potatoes, okay? That's mindful. Eating mindfully will protect the environment, will protect farmers, and will definitely make improvements in your health. So eat seasonally, eat where your food comes from, and that does involve planning. Plan as much as you can. If you know you have a dinner party or a wedding coming up, be mindful of the fact that on that weekend or on that day, your kind of healthy eating practices are going to go out the window, and that's absolutely fine, by the way. So just be mindful. Monday to Thursday, you're going to be a bit healthier. Does that make sense? So really, it's just about planning. Planning ideas, planning the actual recipes, planning your shopping lists, and getting your family involved if you can. I do this once a month. I sit down with my kid and we go through food magazines or cookery shows, and I'm like, what do you like the look of? And that then gives me some idea of stuff to make. And then I do a fair bit of batch cooking, especially things like meats and dals and stews, and I just freeze them because they're really easy. So that is the kind of pre-prep stage to mindful eating. So what is stage 2? Stage 2 is the cooking bit. Now, I just remember, I remember seeing and hearing this all my life. You know, what's the magic ingredient in that dish? It tastes so gorgeous. Oh, it's love. The magic ingredient is love. And I used to like roll my eyes up because what kind of stupid answer is that? Until I started cooking myself. And it's so true. It is so true. When you cook when you're in a rush, when you prepare food in a rush and everything is just rushed, your adrenaline is high, your cortisol is high, your digestive system is not prepared for that food. So you end up having digestive issues. That could be burping, belching, farting, bloating, like you name it. And it's because we bloody speed it up and... Sorry, I'm already on the eating phase, back to the cooking phase. Even the cooking phase, we're just speeding it up, not thinking about it, not giving it the attention it deserves. So I challenge you to do an experiment and choose a simple dish, anything. It's got to be quite simple, okay? And one day, make it when you're in a rush and you've got children screaming and your phone is going off. And the other day, make it when you have no distractions and you really want to cook and I promise you, you will taste the difference. So cooking with love, serving your food with love, this kind of stuff is completely crucial, as well as obviously focusing on the quality ingredients. So what is the last bit of mindfulness? This already now, I've touched upon it before, sorry, comes to how do we eat? So are you, and I've been guilty of this, so please, I'm not judging, okay? I'm not judging, I'm never judging you. I hope you're gathering that about me by now. I'm just trying to give you a lot of my advice with lots of love and compassion. So I've done this many times. Grab a meal and go. Grab a sandwich and go. Grab, even my boiled eggs, you know, sometimes, so they're healthy food, but I'm grabbing it and eating it in the car as I'm getting to work. Like, honestly, if you don't have time to eat, I have a few rules with my clients, by the way, and this is one of them. If you don't have time to eat, don't eat. Please, simple, don't eat. If you're starving and you don't have time to eat, okay, fine. Grab a few almonds, grab some olives, grab a fatty-laden, fatty predominant snack to keep those hunger pangs at bay until you can sit down and eat, okay? Because this rushing when we eat is one of the worst things. Your food does not get absorbed, your nutrients don't get absorbed, your poor bacteria in your large gut can't do their work, and you get bloated and you feel gross, okay? So when you're actually eating, eat slowly. Chew your food a lot. Chewing is really crucial for dental health. I'm not a dentist, okay? But I have done a lot of reading about dentistry, and one of my kind of gurus, not that I really believe in gurus, but one of the doctors who I really respect and trust is a dentist. He was called Weston A. Price, and his knowledge just makes complete sense. So when you chew down, okay, and hard and a certain number of times, and you're breaking down those hard vegetables and the fibery kind of foods or meats, whatever, you actually get new bone cells in your teeth forming. So if your teeth are kind of crumbling and full of cavities and whatnot, consider stopping all these juices, even if they're healthy and smoothies, for actual food that we eat and we chew. I always say we are adults, we have a whole set of teeth. We are not children on weaning foods. I'm really not a fan of smoothies. I will do a whole video on them and explain to you why I'm not a fan of smoothies. So when you're eating mindfully, you're eating slowly, you're chewing your food a lot, you're putting your knife and fork down, you're eating without distractions, you are ideally sitting at a table with your family. This is a bit possibly controversial, but just hear me. Pray. Yeah, pray before you eat, or if you don't want to pray, give thanks to somebody. Okay, give thanks to the farmer, give thanks to Waitrose. Please give thanks to the chef. You know, I've got to say one thing I'm very proud of that I always did, if I remembered, was thank my mum for her meal, because I know how much love my mum puts into food. So put everything away, pray, eat slowly, don't gulp water as you eat like that, because that causes a whole shitstorm with your digestive enzymes and things like that. So that's it. You know, it wasn't that complicated, was it? As I said, I have a challenge for you guys to do if you want to give this mindful eating a go. And it's not that hard, okay? So it's just 3 things that I want you to do. And if you can try and do this for 2 to 3 weeks, I really feel you're going to see some incredible health gains. So the first thing is just one of your meals of the week. I want you to plan in advance, okay? And I really want you to give it your all. I want you to think, ooh, okay, so we are making a dal, for example, a lentil soup. In that dal, I'm gonna, do some research and put in some good quality saturated fats. I'm gonna put in some really great spices. I'm gonna do some reading about some spices so I can understand which spices are gonna give me the best benefit. I'm gonna make sure I sprout my lentils and I pressure cook my lentils. So that one meal of that week, you are planning in advance, all right? The second thing is, again, just once a week for a month, I want you to cook mindfully. So like what I've said, get your family involved. If you're a parent and you have children, this is one of the best ways to spend time with them. I always go on and on about how much I love the fact that my mum got me cooking and watching her cook from when I was 4 or 5, and it was beautiful way of spending that one-on-one time with my mum on a daily basis. And of course, I learned so much. So, you know, cook that one meal of the week with as much love as you can, with a family member, completely non-distracted, taking your time, put some music on, have a little glass of wine, and just cook with love. Okay? And then the third one, this is going to be tough. You're going to get super brownie points from me if you do this. Eat one meal of the day without distractions. This is not going to be easy. This is one of the things that stresses me out the most about our current way we live, I guess. It's just so speedy. Like nothing takes precedence enough to just stop and slow down. So phone away, iPad away, TV away, newspaper away. Just sit there. If you have to stare at the wall, stare at the wall. But ideally you're living with somebody or eating with somebody. Do it. It's not easy because we're not used to it. But slowly, it is amazing. So there we have it. 3 really simple techniques on how to eat mindfully, a little challenge for you to follow. If you do follow my challenge, please comment down below and let me know how it's going, or if you want any support or feedback. If you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe. It will really help me and it will really help everybody else. And share my video with somebody you know who needs some help. And if you've enjoyed this, you're definitely going to enjoy this video on the beginner's guide to fasting. So watch it and I'll see you next time.